I think we need Dragonzord power now. Hey guys, welcome back again. Dave's Dimension. Welcome back again for another video. Welcome back to the channel that is your home for tech, toys, and talk. And of course, the channel where chaos and insanity will always reign supreme. So we're back with another unbox, guys. I think it's time, as you guys saw, it's Dragonzord time. We got the Zap, which is the Zord Ascension Project Dragonzord. Now, you guys know me. I'm a big Green Ranger fan. And it was, I just had to. I just had to. There was no choice in matter, guys. I think if you're a Green Ranger fan, you have to have a Dragonzord. The only Dragonzord I have right now is the Funko Pop Dragonzord. I do want to get Super 7. It's no secret that the Green Ranger has always been my all-time favorite. Tommy Oliver, of course, Jason David Frank, rest in peace. To me, when I think Power Rangers, when I think of Green Ranger, I'm always going to think of him. You can see right up there, it's not exactly a shrine, but I have my 3-0 Green Ranger up there. I have my Green Ranger little mini helmet that they came up with a few years ago. I got the Bandai Legacy, morpher that came with the Green Ranger and the White Ranger coin. I have my Green Ranger Funko Pop. And also have my Dragonzord Funko Pop up there, and I got a few other Green Ranger figures standing right up there. But I didn't have a Dragonzord. Now I do, guys. What do you say we get right on into this? So we're gonna teleport over into the Zord Bay, if you will. Let's get it right on over here. Now I have not unboxed this yet. Everything is still factory sealed. I got this several weeks back, but I held off. Now, as you can see, I have the Zap. I have the Zap Megazord right here. Because I had an issue. I had to actually send my Zap Megazord back. It was missing the correct alternate hands. So I messaged Hasbro, and I'd hoped that they could just send me the hands, but they're like, no, we'll need you to send us. We don't have extra hands to give you, but we'll do an exchange. So if you'd be so kind as to ship it back to us, we will then send you a new one. So we're going to do an even exchange. Now, that threw me for a loop because usually when Hasbro has a defect of some kind or a missing piece, they will usually tell you that, well, we will send you something of equal value. That's happened a lot of times. I'm always told that, no, we don't have that in stock. So whatever the warehouse has in stock, that's what you're going to ship out to you. But fortunately, they actually had the Megazord in stock, and I was able to get it. I mean, just take a look at that right there, guys. Ooh. Yes, we're going to be able to do all the different configurations, and I cannot wait. I cannot. So let's take a look at this. Of course, we got the Zord branding right there. We got Dragonzord there. Warrior mode, and of course, Dragonzord again right there. Da-da-da-da-da. I wish I still had my Dragon Dagger. Dave's Dimension had some financial issues the past couple months, so I've had to sell off a few prized items. I sold my Legacy Saba, my Legacy Dragon Dagger, and also some Hot Toys I had. Not Power Rangers, but some Hot Toys I had. I had to sell them in order to, well, let's take a look at that art right there. Just take a look at that art. That is so awesome. I really wish they would give you the option to have a QR code where we could scan this internal art and then have that as something printable, like you could take to like a Walgreens or something and get it printed out in a poster size. That'd be pretty cool. Of course, we got, just like with the Zap Megazord, we got the kind of the crystal branding, if you will. Green Ranger helmet, side view, Dragon Dagger, or should I say the Dragon Power Coin right there, and of course the side view of the Zord's head. So here we go. Let's lift it up. Lift it up, lift it up. Up, up, up. Okay, so we got part of the staff right here. I'm going to set that off to the side. Now, I have seen where some people have had some issues. Some people have had issues with the tail breaking off, so we're going to be very careful when it comes to the tail. Let's just hold on. Okay, so that was the accessories bag. We get some nice little blast effects here that will attach to the hands. Of course, one for each hand. We have some gripping hands, left and right. Okay. I think that's for the warrior mode. And then, of course, we have the rocket hands right there. Like the rockets are about to blast. Left and right. And, of course, here we are. Just hands on standby. Let me see. Oh, well, how will these... it must be the hands that are already on the sword that these peg into. So we get 1, 2, 3 different sets of hands right there, the blast effects. Now, these are plates that will go on the chest in specific mode, as if you were going to shoot rockets out. And, of course, we get 2 Green Rangers. We get 1 Green Ranger in a fighting pose. And, of course, we get 1 Green Ranger playing the dragon flute. There you guys go. I mean, it would be great if they could have done something where there would be some color variation and not just look like a little token that you would use for Monopoly or something like that. But, hey, it is what it is, right? So this is going to be the tail. Do we have anything underneath here? No, it's just storage. It's just an empty cavity. Very much like my soul. So let's open this up. You guys have no idea how amped I am. I mean, this is my first ever Dragonzord. I watched the series when it initially came out back in 1993, but I never had a Zord myself. And these will pop out a little bit. So you can do some bending parts, or they push down when you apply this as the staff mode. I think there's an extra piece that goes on here, but that would be when you're using it as a staff. So that's pretty cool. No, we don't have any kind of motorized functions here. You can turn this around, but it's not like it's loose or anything. So we do have some pretty good bendability, some posability here. So that's pretty cool. Now, I have seen some people who are said that they're going to do some wash, some weathering on their Zords. I think that's a cool idea, but I just don't know if I'm committed to doing that myself. Because if I ever found myself in a situation where I would have to get rid of sell my Zord, heaven forbid. But if that ever had to happen, obviously if I customized it, either that would help the value or it might lessen the value. So there we go. Dragonzord right there. And he does look fantastic. I mean, this is all plastic, but they have that die-cast reflective look on there. I'm hoping over time that does not fade away or tarnish. Of course, we got our Dragonzord manual. So this obviously is where the tail is going to connect into. And it looks like there's a little groove slot right there, as you guys can see. So that's just going to kind of peg into place. I don't want to force it in there. I think it is in there. That's all it does. So there we go. We get of course, Dragonzord's hands, its arms don't come out all that well because, he didn't have a whole lot of movement when he was in dragon mode. Got the jaw right here. Of course, the head does stick up a little bit. We'll see what we can do about that. I think there is a little trick to doing that. Let's see if I can. I'll have to play around with that a little bit later. But he does look really cool in person. Now, for comparison, let's put Megazord and Dragonzord side by side. I mean, I want to say Dragonzord in the show might have been a little bit taller. Just a little bit taller. I wish it was a baller. But, I mean, all in all, let's get the Megazord to stand up straight. But, I mean, all in all, I think this is a pretty good size. I am going to take the Tyrannosaurus Rex out of the Megazord, and we're going to compare them side by side so you guys can get a nice, clear comparison. Okay? So here we are for comparison. You know, I could try to stand him up a little bit more upright, which might not be fully canon, because then he's standing up more upright, unlike a dinosaur. But I mean, even there, Dragonzord got height on him. He has height on Jason's Zord right here. He definitely has height. I mean, the only advantage is maybe the mouth rockets here for the Tyrannosaurus Rex. But then all Tommy has to do is, well, he can shoot some rockets from a distance. He can shoot rockets from a distance and, you know, possibly take out the ground or either take out T-Rex himself. I will say this, I am very cautious about pegging these rockets in. But we can do some different posing here, so we can turn this sideways. So we do have some maneuverability. Now the wrist is on a swivel, so you can move it around. We can aim it down. So let's say we got the Rangers. Yeah, I'm going to do that, guys. You know, Evil Green Ranger is out here. And he's about to blast the Rangers. You know, that is something that, I mean, damn. Just damn. Give you guys the look right there. So, yeah, there he is, sending a bunch of rockets at the Rangers, and they're about to be toast. Evil Green Ranger at his best. There you go. We got Tommy right at the top playing the dagger, sending his commands to send the Rangers to the next dimension. There you go. Bam, bam, bam. This is fantastic. I love this. This isn't bad. The tokens, if you balance things right, you can kind of get them to stand in certain spots. And of course, just like with the Megazord, with the regular Zords, there are little compartments that you can kind of open up, if my fingers work, where you can kind of see like a little cockpit, and you see the molded plastic showing a Ranger inside. And I believe we have this. I don't know if we have that in here too. I'll have to check the instructions to see if we do. But this looks fantastic, guys. I mean, as far as the legs, we do have some maneuverability. Oh, yeah, that really wouldn't work. So we can do like a walking motion. Like he's about to maybe step on the Rangers. You know? I think for something like this, I probably would use like a flight stand to kind of work as like a counterweight, if possible. You know? Doing something like that. Or maybe, I don't know, kind of rig it up here. So, I mean, yeah, you can do like if you're doing any kind of video photography, you can do like a plastic flight stand out of frame. You know, taking the picture right here so you won't see the back. So, yeah, that is something you could do, like he's about to step on the Rangers. And yet, I don't think this is 100% to scale, but it doesn't have to be for your collection. If you're someone like me who has never had a Dragonzord, I think this is prime. This is just prime for you guys. So let's cut to the next mode. And there we are, guys. We have the oh man, he looks fantastic. He looks phenomenal. Well, more phenomenal. I mean, take a look at this. He looks extreme. I mean, bring this over. I mean, you get the staff here. The staff is awesome. Like I said before, I am tempted to do some weathering. Because let's face it, Dragonzord and any of the Zords, I mean, they've been around for eons. And you got to figure that they're going to have battle damage. But take a look at that right up there. I mean, he looks phenomenal. And let me give you a close-up of his spear, his staff spear. I mean, it would be cool if there was like a little LED, like a little battery compartment where we can turn the lights on. Oh, that would be so killer. But, yeah, I mean, take a look at that right there. I mean, yes, you could technically extend this around and have it like an attack mode, you know, but you actually detach part of these. The two larger parts you'll disconnect so it fits on here. But, I mean, yeah, you can, and there are alternate hands, so we could actually have, like, this hand here, and we could have another hand holding this side right here. That's why we got this big hand. So let's actually do that. Stop talking about it. Let's do it. But there we are, guys. Take a look at that right there. It looks phenomenal. You know, I mean, the armor on him, he looks fantastic. I love that we can have this kind of a pose. And yes, you might have to space the legs out a little bit better, but I think that looks more like a proper fighting stance. You can put the legs closer. And there's a lot of things you can do that we never saw in the show. Like, I mean, you could have him holding this in one hand and the power sword in another. There's a lot of different things that we can play around with here. Now, the Dragonzord head itself does not move in, well, we never saw it actually move. Not in this mode. But look how awesome he looks, man. I mean, we'll give it a little twirl. Now, you can actually tuck that in the back. I mean, that's perfectly fine right there. But this faux cast that they did all over the Zords, it makes it look like they're metal, but they're not. And I think that helps. Now, some of it, you have to play around to try and find the right pose because it depends on what surface you're using. Now, I have a flat table-like surface with a desk mat on here. So he's having a little difficulty right there. But, I mean, all in all, he looks amazing here, guys. He looks amazing. I mean, oh God, it's like I say, guys, it's a no-brainer. I mean, he looks fantastic in this mode. But, guys, you know what we want to see. We want to see the full Zord. We want to see all Zords brought together in full power and glory. It's too bad we don't have a Titanus. That's all I'm saying. It's too bad we don't have a Titanus. So let's go. And of course, there we are, guys. Now, I have to play around with this to get this perfectly locked in. But you can just have it sitting on here. That's what I kind of have it. He's not locked in or anything. But I have to play around to get everything to lock in perfectly. But right there, it looks amazing. It looks amazing. Now, personally, me, I'm going to have the Megazord displayed by itself and then the Dragonzord right next to it. To me, that's always going to be the iconic. That's always going to be the icon to me. Seeing them both team up, and I just cannot wait. I can't wait, guys. But yeah, the Dragonzord is just amazing, guys. I mean, you can't go wrong with it. I think you have to get it. Yes, they are lightweight, and when you combine everything, you have to play around with one if you have a level surface for one, two. Now remember, the feet and the legs are articulated, so you have to kind of shift them a little bit. You know, you kind of have to move them around to get the right approach, but then that's just going to give you an even more amazing pose, guys. But guys, yeah, this is a home run. This is a home run. I was a little worried that, I've seen some reviews. I've seen stuff break. Like people said that things broke off. I'm not having those kinds of issues. Now there are some criticisms that I had when I first saw it. And some of those criticisms can be addressed by doing some repainting. Okay? Touching up some of like the feet, the actual claws of the Dragonzord. I wish it looked more metallic in the front of the toes. And it does look plastic in some parts. But, the damn detail that they have on both the Dragonzord and the Megazord, it takes it to another level. Pictures do not do it justice, guys. Excuse me. Pictures do not do it justice in any shape or form, guys. That's all I can say. It's amazing. Everything looks fantastic. If there are some sales, or if you are following, maybe you follow some people like T3 Collects, following myself, I do. There's a few of us collectors out there who have channels that are affiliates or can get affiliate links, and that can shave a little bit off the figures as long as they're in stock on Entertainment Earth. I'm going to have links to T3 Collects. I'm going to have links to a few Facebook groups, including the Power Rangers fan group, Power Rangers fan page, and also Toy Collectors Unite. Those are both very chill, very awesome groups where anyone and everyone are welcome. It's just a chill, no hate, no gripe atmosphere. You definitely want to check them out. But also, speaking of checking things out, guys, well, right there, donate to the Ride for Roswell. Now, Roswell Park Comprehensive Cancer Institute is a cancer treatment and research center here in the Buffalo, New York area. Now, this is my third year fundraising with them. Last year, we raised $1,365. We are doing a stream for the cure this year. That's going to be an 8-hour stream where anyone who donates $20 gets automatically entered in 8 separate prize wheels. We're doing elimination style. Last person standing is going to win some prizes. We have McFarlane figures. I have a few McFarlane vehicles. We have some comic book sets and some few surprises later on. But it's going to be an open, chill stream. Anyone and everyone's welcome. And that is April 29th. 2023 from 10 a.m. Eastern until 6 p.m. Eastern, but it might go a little bit longer. Last year's did. But all you have to do to be entered is donate a minimum of $20. Message me at my Instagram at Daves_Dimension, or email me at davesdimension78@gmail.com. Every penny, every nickel, every dime goes directly to Roswell Park. And guys, I'm asking you to help me out by donating to Roswell. You don't have to enter the prize giveaways. If you just want to donate an amazing cause, you guys are amazing, okay? Now, all that I'm doing is I'm asking you to help me help Roswell, and let's ride for a cure, guys. The ride I'm doing is actually going to be on June 24th, 2023. I'm doing a 44-mile route, which actually takes me across over to Canada and back. So, yeah, last year I did a 30-mile ride, and I'm cranking it up. Doing the 44, technically it's 44.89. We could round it off to 45, but they call it the 44-mile Canadian route. I am going to be bringing you guys along with me. I'll be recording the entire event. It's going to be an amazing time, and I hope you guys will help us out. Again, the links are in the video description below, and there's 2 links. There's one to a Facebook fundraiser page for Roswell Park, and then there's also their direct corporate page at rideforroswell.org. So, guys, please check it out. And, guys, as always, you know what I'm going to say. I say it every single time. Keep on busting, and I'm always going to catch you guys on the flip side.